Ladies, don't let your husband go 2 days without sex. One day is too much. If he's going two, that's really just cruel. And if you can't have sex with him regularly, then call me at marriageshalal.com and I will find a second wife for him.
I am not a fan of a man marrying again when he has a problem with his wife. However, sometimes that problem is out of his control. Maybe his wife can't keep up with him desire-wise, or sometimes even like it's an emotional thing. For example, he's Pakistani, she's Pakistani, but they were raised in two totally different countries. One of them was raised in Algeria, one of them was raised in the UK. They share the same ethnicity, but they don't share the same culture, and they can't connect. Heard this number of times amongst the brothers. So it's not always sexual. It's like, I just want to like be able to have banter, like have a relationship with my wife, and I don't have that with my wife, but she has my children and I love her and I don't want to let her go and I'll marry again. So I am not a fan of men marrying again when they have a problem. However, sometimes the problem is insurmountable, it would appear. Wallahu a'lam.
Assalamu alaikum. Now, I'm not going to lie, this lady from marriageishalal.com, I think, has mastered the art of social media. She has gained a lot of popularity over the past year or so. And, she does well with humor and some instances of sarcasm. And certainly she knows how to, trigger fellow sisters. She do offer like controversial advice, especially with this uh, trending topics of polygamy and marriage and relationship dynamics, so on and so forth. Now, with regards to this clip and husbands having their regular requirements, I'd say that for the most part, she's not completely wrong. And perhaps if you think about it, um, if you think about Western, the Western marriage setup or non-Muslim marriage setup, then this is a constant issue that I know men have a lot of, negative feelings towards, and this is the fact that sometimes their wives would deny them sexual access, right? And it could go on for like days, weeks, months, and I think this is something that women don't really understand about men. So yes, men do have this I think a bigger or a stronger drive for more frequent encounters, right? And this reminds me of a hadith by the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and I'm paraphrasing, that if she denies him sexual access after he invites her to, his bed, then the angels curse her until the next morning. So it makes a lot of sense as to why Islam is, guiding the marriage in this type of way. Um, and especially because they are married, he is married to her and have this halal outlet as she has him as an halal outlet, right? But again, men in particular have a stronger drive, and they would probably request more frequent encounters. And concerning second wives and or multiple wives and so on, I know sisters would say, like, oh no, he wants to marry another just for the sake of pleasure and letting loose of his urges. But then again, what does he ultimately have to do in order to ensure that that he has this additional sexual access? And I mean, if you're comparing it with Western standards, then I mean, men can just go out to the nightclubs and pick up a woman and fulfill himself in that way. But on the other end, on the Islamic side, this is not the case. Muslim men have to go through so much more to get the sexual access. So it's not as simple as getting wife number two, three, or four. There's maintenance, sustaining, maintaining, protection. Uh, he needs to be accountable to Allah Subhanahu wa Taala for all of his marriages and the families that he is in leadership of. So again, it's not that simple. In any case, I guarantee you, right? For even the first marriage, let's say if you think about the brother who is wanting to get married, who has never been married before but wants to get married, for the most part, and one of the main motives to get married in the first place is to satisfy this intense urge. So there's no denying that, and it shouldn't be this um, taboo thing, right? It is what it is. And I think, and especially within today's society, in Western society, let's say, both young and older brothers are being constantly fed sites of stimulation, whether it be on social media, within the workplace, university, um, or even going out to do some grocery shopping on the streets and so on. Women are everywhere, and especially with Western women who are dressing a bit more provocatively, and again, touching on social media, where social media just allows women to go free for all in terms of um, being immodest and so on. So it's not that easy for men, and of course men are prescribed to lower their gaze and to rather not even engage in social media to the extent that perhaps they would be exposed to these women and so on. So yes, this is true. Men are wired in a particular way concerning women, and Islam, through the Hadith and Quran, guides men and women on how to, find the ideal dynamic um, between the two genders. And of course, the main purpose of getting married is to, you know, maintain a family, to ensure uh, the family unit is intact. But the main uh, aspect to consider is the fact that we are told to protect our private parts, right? So this is an essential concept concerning marriage in Islam. And so plainly, girls shouldn't, or ladies, the sisters shouldn't really get upset about these facts, whether it be concerning monogamy or polygamy. I think you either get with it or you don't, plain and simple. But in any case, please let me know what you guys think. Perhaps I've triggered some sisters or even some brothers. Maybe some brothers might not agree with me. Um, so let me know in the comment section. Jazakallah khair.
عزيما يسمع العجب العجيب مفتد طهر العقيدة صار في الدنيا غريب إخوة التوحيد هي.
Again, people are going to get upset. But let's look at current phenomena. The Mormons. Yeah, they have a lot of issues. If you analyze the attitude of the females and how proud they are of their religion, that their religion encourages them to do that, you'll be shocked. Compare that to the Muslim sisters. I know they try to make Mormons look bad. Put that aside, man. This is just propaganda. In reality, if you ever talk to them or seen a community, these women are proud of their religion. Are they going to be jealous? Yes. Are they going to have issues? Yes. But bro, they're proud. Why do they do it? They'll tell you it's in the Bible. The Christian African sisters. I watched a debate between a Christian sister and a Muslim sister, both Ugandans. All the Muslim girl could be like, no, I don't want to accept it. And the Christian one was just refuting her. It's like, no, it's always been like that. Our ancestors have done it. You're ashamed of your ancestry. Like her arguments were just on point.
Yes, and this is, I think, what most of our sisters don't really understand is that this was a common practice, in the old days, and I think it's even more relevant in modern society, or in the modern framework, because I mean there is this openness towards this degenerate lifestyle where women are going from man to man, and likewise men are going from woman to woman, and there's kind of like no control. And if we look at it as to what biological, uh, trigger points we have, the fact is that men are polygamous while women are hypergamous, or would tend more towards monogamy. And so, Islam acknowledges this, Allah acknowledges this, and therefore provides us uh, this means through marriage. And this is where men are able to marry up to four, right? And yes, this is clearly the best. And this is also why I suggest, look, for the brothers, I would say that, um, keep open the option for multiple rather than limiting it down to monogamy. You never know. Perhaps at a later stage, you become of value enough to take on more women.
You smart.
And if it is that you enjoyed this video, please consider a like and comment as already suggested. And also note that I'm well on my way to 1,000 subscribers for now, and I intend to grow this channel even further than that. So please consider subscribing, turn on the notification bell for regular uploads for, entertaining and beneficial videos. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.